Welcome once again to another edition of Tales of the Keg. I'm your host, Larry Mack, here on ESPN Tucson.com. With me is Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria. And, Rocco, we've been talking about this for the last few months, and the summer is looking like it's finally going to break sometime soon. And I know that usually around this time you start thinking about your fall selection of tap beers and craft beers.
This is true. It's my favorite time of the beer year, as they say, because people start rolling out their Oktoberfest beers, which is one of my favorite styles. And even though they should be brewing them year round, sometimes this is the only time you can get them.
So we're kind of getting away now from the lighter, fruitier summer beers and heading into the more of the thicker, the stouts and stuff like that. For those, what is an Oktoberfest beer? Like for somebody maybe who's not really that familiar with craft beers at this point, and they're just joining us for the first time, what would be an Oktoberfest type of beer, and what does it entail?
Yeah, the style's called a Märzen, and it's kind of a medium weight lager with a little bit more alcohol and maltiness. So it's a little browner than your average pale beer that most people drink, and a little bit stronger, but those attributes translate into being really well with food, especially pizza and breads and stuff like that. So it's one of my favorite pizza pairing style beers, and I'm just glad we're starting to see them rolling out now.
So what do you have on tap coming up in the next month or so at Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria?
Well, for Märzens, we were lucky to get a couple of kegs of the local Button Brewing, what's it called? Brothers Joy Oktoberfest. And it's just a fine example of the style. Like everything Button makes, it's a very well balanced and thought out, and just a very, very excellent beer. So I'm glad to be able to feature that for a while. Also, we'll be getting as many Oktoberfests as we can until the season's over, and then beyond, hopefully. In addition to that, we still do have some of our lighter beers because, like you said, the temperature is going to stay in the 190 degree for the next month or two, off and on. So you can still get your Dragoon pills from us. We have Rogue's Dreamland Lager on, and we'll always have a couple of light beers that go good with everything, as well as maltier ones like Oktoberfests.
What do you have? You have anything on tap right now that you definitely get there now, or you're going to run out?
We're really close to being out of the Elysian Space Dust IPA. This is kind of a famous on the West Coast style IPA, which means it's clear and yellow, but moderately strong and very hop forward. And this is one of the best in style as far as I'm concerned. And we got a pretty decent sized keg of it, but people are draining this sucker pretty quickly. Luckily, right after that's done, we have a different style IPA from Omegang, which is in upstate New York, which is their Neon Rainbow Hazy IPA. So instead of being clear, it's going to be a little bit hazy and have a better mouthfeel. And that's a super good beer too.
I absolutely love the names of some of these craft beers that you get in. They're definitely creative. They must think as much about the names of these craft beers as they do putting the beers together themselves.
They really do. And some companies are better at it than others, but it's definitely part of the fun of brewing is naming your creation.
So do you have any canned beers? And if somebody also wants to come into Rocco's and maybe take one home, what's the process for that?
Yeah, we have a growler program, and due to Governor Ducey's lapsing the regulations, we are able to sell some canned beer products. So right now, we always keep in the Dragoon IPA cans. Mm-hmm. Right now, also, we have another local IPA from Black Rock Brewing called the Juice This Double Hazy IPA. And boy, that's a good beer. Usually, most people get a second one if they try one in the shop. So I have another case and a half of that if you guys want to come try that. I mean, we always keep Barrio Blonde, which is like pretty much the Tucson beer drinker, or easy beer drinkers beer, and we have Tall Boys of that, and we're always keeping Walter's Pilsner, which is just an easy drinking German pils in cans for you to enjoy. And old style, but nobody's going to come to me and buy a case of old style. Let's just be frank about it.
Hey, so how does your growler program work?
Well, it depends. The price of your growler depends on the price of what it costs us for the keg, and but they're posted, and it scales up from what the price per pint costs. So, but it's a 32-ounce growler, and you're going to get a couple of good sized pours out of it, like maybe 3 good beers and 4. You could share it with your pal, or make a night of it yourself if you do want to do that too.
Sitting at home by yourself watching Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let's talk about your menu real quick. And I know you got some exciting stuff. We want to talk about the restaurants as well. But for those who have not been, we got a lot of new people coming into Tucson every single day. A lot of Californians coming here, the new students coming here. They want to check out Rocco's for the first time. Obviously, to me, Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria says it all. But, you got all kinds of great food there. Why don't we talk a little bit about that as well? Because you obviously have some great beer and craft beers and stuff. But, hey, what you going to pair it with?
Right, exactly. And first of all, I have to tell everybody that we're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. People have been asking us to open earlier. So we're back to the old school hours, and we're getting a lot of the folks back I haven't seen in a couple of years, a year and a half, that, they do stuff all morning and they want an early lunch, and they're ready to go. So it's good to see some of the old regulars coming back in now that we're open that extra hour. But we are closing on Tuesdays to give our staff a break. Like everybody, we have kind of a labor shortage, and I prefer to keep hours available for folks who need to work on the weekend when we really need the help, So, but as far as food, yeah, we have pizza. We have 3 styles pizza: Chicago style, thin crust, deep dish, and stuffed. And the deep dish and stuffed, of course, are pan pizzas. We're really famous for our chicken wings. Nobody who likes chicken wings won't enjoy our chicken wings. We've got accolades from all over the country on it. We've done on national television shows about our chicken wings. We have my grandma's meatball and marinara recipe. So if you want some home style Italian grub, we're there for you. And
I've had that, and it's absolutely delicious.
Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, like I have people just coming in for meatball sandwiches all the time. Got a full range of salads, a lot of vegetarian and vegan options, freshly made cookies every day, and some wonderful desserts. And we also have a full bar. So we have some really cool mixed drinks on our menu, and also you can just if you really want a Manhattan, we can make you one of those too.
Now, you got a gorgeous patio, and I know you've done some remodeling as well. And what I love about your patio, especially as we're heading into the cooler weather, and even though it's 110 degrees during the day, the nice part about the fall season is it does cool off pretty quickly at night. And your patio is absolutely wonderful to sit on in the evening. What are some of the improvements you've done over the course of the past few months? You were talking to me off air about it just a little while ago.
Yeah, well, we did reopen our bar, which was closed for the beginning phases of the pandemic and stuff. So now you can sit at our bar. We got fresh new bar stools. And instead of we used to have a table that was across from our bar that was a little bit hard to sit at because of all the people who were milling about waiting to pay and stuff. So now we have some bar rails, so you can stand there and have a beer and kind of be unobtrusive, or even, jam a slice of pizza in your mouth if you need to get on the go. So there's a place to stand and eat, just like like you're in Europe or something like that.
And if somebody wants to make a reservation, I've been there, and I know that it's best to make a reservation, especially on a Friday or a Saturday. Is your number still the same, 321-1860?
Yeah, that's right. 321-1860. And please call for reservations, especially on the weekends. We only have like 78 seats in the whole place. So you can imagine, if you come in with 8 people, that's 10% of our entire seating capacity. So make sure we can sit you down by calling us first and getting a seat reserved for you and your party. So 321-1860.
We should put you a 321-1860.
Right.
And real quick, let's reiterate your new hours.
Yeah, we're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. 6 days a week. We're closed on Tuesday. And who wants pizza on Tuesday anyway? Let's just be frank about this.
I love that because I've noticed some other local restaurants around town always tend to be closed on Sunday. And I'm sitting there, watching football and I want pizza on Sunday.
Right. We were closed on Sunday for like 15 years till I wised up. And, I would come in to fix something and the phone would be ringing off the hook. I'm like, okay, this is the wrong day to be closed. So yeah, Sunday is one of our best days. So come on in on Sunday. We're open for you.
Hey, tell us a little bit too about if somebody wants to pick up delivery, can they do that at Rocco's?
Yeah, we have takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Also, you can, if you still want to do like contactless pickup, we'll meet you out in the parking lot. You can order online at our roccoslittlechicago.com website, pay for it, and then we just drop it off on your porch if you don't want to see anybody, or you're in a compromising position today, or what have you, and there's a lot of options, and we do deliver in-house with our own staff.
Well, we were talking about there's a lot of new people moving to Arizona. It seems like a lot of them are leaving California, and obviously all the new students that come in every fall. You are not a fly-by-night operation, Rocco. You've been around a long time. Can you give us a little bit of the history of Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria? How long have you been around? Because I have a feeling you've been around longer than I even know you've been around.
Yeah, we've been around about 22 years. I opened in 1998. And we've been at the same location the whole time. I know Broadway is still torn up, but believe it or not, the people in the orange vests have told me it'll be done by the end of the year. So, we're gonna have a big party when that happens. And so yeah, 22 years of making the same food and trying to make it better every year too. We have changed some things since the beginning to streamline our operation and respond to our customers' requests. And hopefully we're better now than ever,
And of course, now you got the craft beers. And how long ago did you start doing the craft beers at Rocco's?
We've done them since we've had a liquor license, but back in the late 90s and early 2000s, the craft beer scene was a lot smaller. We didn't have facility to do kegs until about 8-10 years ago. So that's when it really took off for us. But we've always stocked the best beer that we can since we had a liquor license on hand. So, when all you could get was like Red Hook or, what are some old school ones? Pete's Wicked Ale and stuff. Those are, people, this is going way back. But we've always had some good beer for you. And it's always been a part of my vision to sell the best beer I can with our pizza.
And if people want to find out what you have on tap currently, what do they do?
They can go to our website at roccoslittlechicago.com, and it's changed up to date with when we put the beers on and off. And it's also at taphunter.com.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about as we head into the fall season with Rocco's Little Chicago Pizzeria here on Tales of the Keg?
Nope, but we, our patio has heaters ready to go for when it cools down, and until that time, we have little swamp coolers out there. So we're ready to accommodate your every environmental need.
Real quick, one more time for those who don't know the address and the best way to get to you guys. If somebody doesn't know where Rocco's is.
We're on the north side of Broadway between Tucson Boulevard and Country Club at 2707 East Broadway. And you can call us at 321-1860 or at roccoslittlechicago.com.
Hey, Rocco, thanks again. And we'll be talking to you next month here on Tales of the Keg. Appreciate you as always. And hey, stay cool out there.
Thanks, Larry. And everybody come on in and have a beer.